first time I got in there, Simon John was like, Ade, that Tunde Ajayi, talk to me about him.
Yeah, no, you got it.
They want to know.
Yeah,
they want to know who this Tunde is.
Pro boxing fans here in the famous Alexandra Palace for the very famous tournament, the Haringey Box Cup. With me, none other than DAZN's, talkSPORT, and anyone else's, Ade Oladipo. Ade, let's talk about this, man. A very renowned tournament. A lot of fighters have come and become elite fighters from this tournament. Talk to me how important this tournament is.
Super important. You mentioned a lot of the fighters that have come through here. AJ's been here, Eubank Jr.'s been here, Amir Khan's been here, Katie Taylor's been here. And it's the grassroots of boxing. It's like, this is it, right? So when DAZN said, do you want to get involved? I was like, yeah. So you get to see, hopefully, I'm here watching the future. And there's a couple of kids where you feel like they're going to be a bit special as well. So there's one kid we just saw, Leighton Birchall, mate, honestly. And you can see like he's grown up watching the likes of Loma. He's a bit flashy with his hands. So look, it's good to be here. It's good to see the energy. You've been here today, the crowd's making noise. We just saw a super heavyweight Deji who sparred the likes of AJ and Riakpo. He looks a bit special, so look, really good day.
Let's talk about just boxing in general. Obviously a lot's gone on since I've seen you. Finally the fight's been made. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. I'm not sure if you've spoken about it since it's been made officially and since the two press conferences have happened in LA and New York. But break this down for me, Ade, man. This is a fight that just gets everyone excited.
Right, this is it. This is the one fight that we've been begging for like 5 or 6 years, like genuinely begging for. But everyone's like, oh, the boxing year is rubbish because we don't get Spence and Crawford. The boxing year has been good, I think. We can all agree on it. But this is the icing on the cake. This is probably the biggest welterweight fight, obviously since Pacquiao and Floyd, but maybe even more important than that. It won't do the numbers, obviously, that did. 2 unbeaten guys, undisputed, all the belts on the table, both of them still, Crawford's pound for pound number 1, some say. Spence, no worse than number 5. This is as big as it gets, So, July 29th, I think it does over 1 million. I think it does that. Obviously, it will sell out wherever it is. Is it T-Mobile, I think? Sell all that out. It's going to be as big as it gets, and I can't wait.
I'm going to go on a tangent actually because you just mentioned Floyd there. Did you see what happened with Floyd and the exhibition match and some chaos, absolute chaos?
Yeah, obviously Floyd doing those stupid exhibition fights that I really don't like anymore against John Gotti III. All our viewers should know who John Gotti is. If you don't, do your Googles. But that was crazy. But I like when the people, look at this, ladies fight behind us going off. All the energy in this place is crazy. Yeah, I'm tired of those Floyd exhibition fights. I was at the last one in the O2 Arena, and it's just enough of them. And maybe, because of what happened with this one, maybe that's that, maybe. Start of this year, wow. And people say they don't care about amateur female fights. Tunde Ajayi is in the building as well, my brother Tunde.
What's going on?
We're doing a little, you know, Uni's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Uni's everywhere.
Well,
amateur fights, pro fights everywhere.
I slid through the back door. He's the first person that saw me.
Really? So how many stars do we find in this place though? Yard is 40 here.
Yes,
Yard 40 here.
absolutely. You know, this is a historic event.
Yeah.
And I feel that sometimes you get to a certain level, you forget about the grassroots. You forget about the things where these superstars started. And, you know, this competition has had various stars that have come through here. Anthony Yard, Ben Whittaker.
Yeah.
Over the years, you know, they've started here. So it's always an event that I try to support if I get time myself, and it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Wait. So no stamina for sale tonight then?
But we're just
What's
rolling.
going on?
Rolling.
No shows.
You know what? It's Father's Day, but you know, in my family, we always celebrate the national events the day before.
Okay.
So you know, I was out with my father and my son yesterday, and today's just a free day for me. There's no fighters right
no
tonight.
Fighters right.
So myself and Spencer, because it's Father's Day. But there's a Tommy Hearns. This is a plug now. This is what you call a plug. There's a Tommy Hearns interview with Spencer Fearon that's going to be coming on the same time as Fighters Right tonight.
Their show is almost taken over, isn't it, at the moment? Let's be honest, it's taken over because he's getting the exclusives.
Yes.
Like I'm a talkSPORT guy, obviously. You got the Eubank Senior interview before talkSPORT did.
Yes.
And how funny it is, I went in to do something with Jim White and Simon Jordan the other day. The first time I got in there, Simon Jordan was like, Ade, that Tunde Ajayi, talk to me about him.
Yeah, you got it.
They want to know. Yeah, they want to know who this Tunde is. I was like,
It's funny, he actually added me in the Twitter and responded to the comment I made about Jim White, and Simon really asked their father,
Didn't like it.
I didn't like that.
Live on air, I didn't like the way you're asking someone who's gone through a death and is a bit fragile if their son's a charlatan twice. You're pushing it. The first time he didn't answer, leave it alone, and then you push it again.
So
anything for views, huh?
It is what it is, and Simon and Jim, they're great interviewers.
They're good.
But there's certain things I feel you don't touch, and in the current, you saw when Chris was on The Fight Is Right, we spoke about the good things of his career, and it was such a powerful interview that so many people came up to myself and Spencer afterwards and say it's great to see Chris back in good shape. So it's kind of upsetting, but it is what it is. We move forward. Chris hopefully is okay and dealing with the situation. So The Fight Is Right, lock on every Sunday.
Wait, don't let him go. When's John coming up?
Listen, there's going to be a big announcement in the coming weeks. I don't want to say because anything can happen in boxing, but it's coming.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Final two from myself. Rumours coming out September 23rd in UAE for Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Benn. What do you make of that fight? And do you feel like there's going to be a lot of controversy, a lot of dirt, a lot of protesting?
Give me that, man. Dude, there is. I put a video on my YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel gets, quite favourable. I got destroyed, and all I was doing was announcing at Matchroom I want to do it. There's clearly things that need to be ironed out before they can go into that fight. It's almost, and I saw Carl Frampton's tweet. Carl Frampton said something along the lines of, wait, so you can fail a test, not do anything, and then make more money in the UAE. Doesn't look good, does it? So hopefully, what we're talking, September 23rd, we're still a few months away. Hopefully you can sit down with UK, the British Boxing Board of Control, and sort whatever they need to sort out. Even if Conor Benn was to take a ban, it'll be backdated from when the first test was. So I think that was around August or something. So that's it. You're okay, but just go in there and have the conversation. You can't just have a conversation with no one and just fight. It just doesn't look good. It almost looks like the British Boxing Board have no power. Like, okay, we're banning you, but I'll fuck it then. I'll get on a plane and fight somewhere else and make shitloads of money. So, look, I got destroyed on my channel, and I get it. People are upset about it. People are angry. And I think Matchroom and DAZN have got a big sale as well here. Because the first time round, the fight was enormous. Now, it's lost a bit of legs. Chris Eubank losing, Conor Benn failing the drug test. So there's a lot of work, I think, that needs to be done in order to get it to where it was last year, October. I'm still going to tune in. I'm probably going to work on it. But even me as a fight fan thinks that there needs to be a conversation between Conor Benn, UCAD, British Boxing Board of Control, before we move into a fight.
Final one for myself. We've seen Gervonta Tank Davis beat Ryan Garcia this year. We've seen Lomachenko and Haney. I want to ask you, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in that division? We've got Shakur Stevenson.
The answer is Shakur Stevenson. And the funny thing is, I have nothing to prove because he's not done anything at 135. But I'm telling you, he is the best. You can see it. We've covered the sport of boxing just as fans, forget working in it for years. The eye test doesn't tell me. The eye test tells me this guy can beat all of them. But he can. But right now, I guess you've got to give it up to Devin Haney. I mean, even if you thought he lost to Vasily Lomachenko, it was very close. And I think that's a solid win. Whereas I think that's a bigger win than Gervonta beating Ryan. But look, I mean, we've got some good kids in the division. Let's not, count out the likes of Frank Martin. But I would say Shakur Stevenson is just, if Shakur Stevenson isn't pound for pound number one in 2 years, he's failed in boxing. He's failed. Because that guy, I think, will win 135 belts, 140 belts, and I think he'll go 147 and win belts there as well. Because by the time he gets to 147, Spencer's gone, Crawford's gone, and I think he'll clean up. I think he's just, he's incredible.